All right, Clint. So a couple of days into Tampa Bay Lightning development camp, did you ever think when you were leaving university a couple of years back that you'd be in an NHL development camp at this point?
No, it definitely wasn't on my mind, but I know that I had the skill to be able to attend one of these camps, and it's definitely a cool experience. And after these first couple of days, it's definitely an eye opener, and how good hockey's come along, and it's a good camp for sure.
Let's take it back to last year. You turned pro, went overseas, and ultimately you were a victim of a numbers game over in Europe and made your way back to North America. What was it? Where were you in your career, in your frame of mind, when you got the call in mid-January to join the Solar Bears when Drake Berhowski reached out to you?
Yeah, coming home from Denmark obviously wasn't ideal, but I knew that with one door closing, another door opens. And when Drake gave me that call to come to Orlando, it was definitely an opportunity I couldn't refuse. And I'm glad I did it, and we had a good run last year. And I'm hopefully looking forward to doing that again this year.
The depth chart in Orlando was pretty stacked at times. Last year, you kind of found yourself at various points as the third goalie on the depth chart, and you really had to be patient and wait and bide your time. In fact, you went several weeks between starts. How were you able to maintain a positive attitude through all of that?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't easy, but I mean, being a goalie, you got to be mentally tough, and it's all part of the game. And I'd go into practice, and that would be my game. And when I was called upon, I'd be ready for it. And obviously, when I got my opportunity, I was successful with it, and it landed me where I am today.
Let's come to the present now, of course. When you received the invite to the Lightning Development Camp, what emotions were you able to go through, and what attitude have you taken into this week's slate of games?
It was an exciting time for me, obviously, being my first actual development camp. Obviously a little older than most guys here, but it was an opportunity that definitely was a good one for sure. And I'm happy with it, and I'm happy that I had the opportunity to come here and see what it's all about.
Let's delve into that a little bit further. You said you're one of the older guys here in camp at age 25, and a lot of these guys are products of the Lightning system. They've been drafted or they're already under contract, whereas you yourself are an invitee. How do you soak up that institutional knowledge from a lot of the coaching staff and skills development coaches that are here and really seize the full advantage of this opportunity?
I came in here with nothing to lose mentality. I've been around the game a while, and I know how to handle myself, and anything that I can learn from here to bring back to Orlando or is something that I'll use in my toolbox. And the staff have been great, and I've learned a lot already.
Let's take a look. Of course, last year had you played for a large enough amount of minutes to qualify, you would have ranked in the top 5 in both goals against average and save percentage in the league. Obviously, individual statistics for a hockey player, it's something that you focus more on team success. But how confident are you heading into this year with a full season of pro hockey already under your belt, and now a chance to play a full season potentially with the Solar Bears?
Yeah, it's definitely a good opportunity for me. If I land back in Orlando, would be a nice opportunity for me, and start the season fresh and take the ball and kind of run with it. It was obviously ideal, and I'm ready for any opportunity given to me.
At one point last year, Drake Berhowski really showed a lot of confidence in you. He kind of handed the reins to you in around March, and you got a couple of consecutive starts and saw perhaps your longest stretch of game action. How were you feeling at that point, and how do you build on that heading into this coming season?
Yeah, I was definitely confident with it, and when you have a coach like that believes in you, it always is good for a goaltender. And I was happy with the way things went, and I picked up a lot of the things that I didn't know before, and it's an opportunity for me, and I'm looking forward to next season.
Beyond what you've learned here in development camp, or perhaps what you have learned here in camp working with the goaltending coaches, what tweaks to your game do you feel that you've made heading into next year to set you up for success?
Yeah, I'm just working on my skating abilities and stuff like that. The stuff that could use a little bit more work, and trying to put that together to build a solid game where I can be consistent and give my team a chance to win every night.
As you prepare to head into your first full pro season here in Orlando, what gives you optimism and confidence with the group that the coaching staff is starting to assemble?
Yeah, there's a lot of returning guys coming back this year, which is always nice to see. And we had a good group last year. It was a tight team, and unfortunately we fell short against Florida, but I don't see that happening again.